Two great teams battling for another state championship as they meet again in the final game of the season. And tonight from Chaparral's Firebird Stadium, APN Sports is proud to present coverage of the 2011 Arizona Youth Lacrosse League Championship game. It's the undefeated Brophy Broncos against the Chaparral Firebirds. I'm Jeff Lowry. Welcome to Scottsdale, and well, what can you say? This is one of the great rivalries in state history. Brophy coming off an undefeated season. They're trying to become only the third team in AYLL history to win a state championship with an undefeated record. They come in with a record of 16-0, led by Bo Pick, who is in his third year. They are coming off victories in the playoffs in the quarterfinals to Corona. They beat them 11-4, and then last week defeated Saguaro 8-6. On the other hand, you look at the Chaparral Firebirds, the winningest program in Arizona Youth Lacrosse League history. They have won 6 championships, and this being their 11th state finals representation. And of course, these two teams have met a grand total of 5 times for the state championship. Brophy has won 3 of the last 4 state championships. They've had victories in 2007 and 2008 over the Chaparral Firebirds, but lost in 2009 and all the way back in 2005. So the series record in the state finals between these two teams is 2-2. Let's take a look at our team captains. First, for the Brophy Broncos, they will feature Spencer Harper, number 10. Number 9, Charlie Hushik, the outstanding defenseman. Joe Overall's had a big year in his senior year. And number 3 is Ryan Manos, the outstanding goalie. Chaparral comes out with their group, including Carter Sloan, Warren Black, Zach Hoover, and Ryan Colby. So we are just moments away from this Division I state championship here on APN Sports. And once again, it is Chaparral and Brophy meeting for the 5th time in the last 6 seasons. And it should be an outstanding game. These two teams met back on March 18th over at Brophy Sports Complex, and Brophy came out big-time winners 11-4, but this is going to be a much better game. Brophy with the traditional pregame prayer as they meet. Bo Pick in his 3rd year on your far right of the screen. He's done a great job with this program as Brophy makes their 6th consecutive finals appearance. On the other side, P.J. Rovinelli for the Chaparral Firebirds, who come in with a record of 15-1. He is in his 1st year. We'll be back with the opening face-off in just a moment. Welcome back to Chaparral's Firebird Stadium. The number 2 seed Chaparral Firebirds, 15-1, come out onto the field. The number 1 seed, the undefeated at 16-0, Brophy Broncos. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for the Firebirds at attack. Tanner Bennett, Tommy Driver, Carter Sloan. At midfield, it's Black, Earl, and Drake. And the defense of Zach Hoover, Ryan Colby, Tanner Wagoner, and in goal, there he is, 59, the freshman, Alex Larson. Ryan Manos is the goaltender for the Brophy Broncos. They come out with Ben Cummings, a sophomore, and 2 seniors, Joe DeWolf, Andrew Fennessy at attack. At midfield, Gelfie, Harper, and Hushik. And on defense, Mac Regan, Zach Zemer, and Alex Jones. And this game is underway. Opening face-off controlled for the moment by Spencer Harper, but fine defense coming up from behind by Zach Hoover. And Tommy Driver trying to battle for the ball on the far side of the field. Again, it was Spencer Harper. We got a push in the back here against Chaparral, and Brophy will restart it, featuring truly one of the great players in the state of Arizona, Brock Gelfie, the junior, number 33. We are scoreless and just underway. It's a Division I state championship game here on APN Sports. It's number 1 Brophy, number 2 Chaparral. Of course, Chaparral coming off a victory over Mesa last week, but when you talk about the keys of the game, as Fennessy finds an open man out front, but he couldn't convert. A great save by the freshman Alex Larson, the goaltender for Chaparral. Now Erickson going to work as Chaparral has their first possession on offense. You talk about the keys to this game, and I think Chaparral definitely has to have a great start here. They cannot afford to get behind like they did last week against the Mesa Heat, against this outstanding Brophy team. No score, first quarter action. Here's the first shot by Chaparral, and it's corralled by Ryan Manos. An outstanding save there, and the game continues to be tied at no score. It's on offense, so they'll restart it left of the crease. Jeff Lowry from Firebird Stadium, no score. Chaparral and Brophy mixing it up in state championship finals for the 5th time in the last 6 years. The series is tied at 2 games apiece. Attacking left side, Tommy Driver, one of the top players in the state. Manos again with a great save. And then Driver gets hit from behind by the Brophy goalkeeper, who went after that ball, and the crowd wanted a flag, and they're not going to get it. First quarter action, we are scoreless. It's Brophy and Chaparral. Chaparral on the restart. Good, solid defense. And you're going to see a lot of that out of number 9, Charlie Hushik. He is one of the tops in the state of Arizona. Warren Black, number 9, playing catch to the far side. And now they'll set it up top. Now checking into the lineup is Larson, 31, for the Chaparral Firebirds. He's had a fine year. Now Black attacking out front and denied by Manos. The rebound, the putback, and that's Tommy Driver. And Chaparral draws first blood and leads it here on a Tommy Driver score. And it's 1-0 Chaparral. Now they're going to see if he's got an illegal stick. 9:21 left to go here in the first. Face-off. And a good battle, Joe Overall. He's been a multi-purpose player. And then here's Hushik coming up with a big ground ball, and Brophy wins the face-off. Second face-off win of the day for the Broncos. The speedy Brock Gelfie now in possession. Gelfie works it right side. Ben Cummings, one of the underclassmen, who had a fine season, scored 33 points, takes a shot at it, tried to go upper shelf. Great smothering defense on the far side, Luke Dye. Brophy to restart it from X. Joe DeWolf, he's been one of the top players on the team this year, and why not? He's one of the senior leaders for Bo Pick's team. He is assisted by Austin Gray and Chris Lammy. Now attacking. Here's Gelfie, dangerous in the space, but a good job of cutting off his plane to the goal was Zach Hoover, the Chaparral defender. 1-0 Chaparral leads it. 8 minutes left to go here in the first. Attacking is the sophomore Cummings, and he had that ball broken up. Fine defense, Tanner Wagoner, number 10, for the Firebirds. 1-0 Chaparral, first quarter action. We're under 8 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Dye does a great job of clearing the ball for the Chaparral Firebirds. Now working out of X, 29 is Carter Sloan. Chaparral in no hurry, making every possession valuable. Now Driver, picked up defensively by Alec Jones, and he does a nice job there. Good body check. They'll work it around to the opposite side as Chaparral leads 1-0, looking for more here in the first. We're under 7 minutes left to play. Here's the attack. Here's Sloan. He's picked up there by Zach Zamer of the Brophy Broncos. Zach is a sophomore. Up top, the sophomore Larson. Larson's had a fine season for his team, with 31 points and 56 ground balls. Sloan, 15 and 18 in ground balls and points respectively. Chaparral, tremendous patience here, early stages. Driver with the left and denied by Manos. An outstanding save. Almost at point blank range, and he came up with a big left. Brophy now wants to race with it, and they will with Nolan Ripple, the senior. Good clear by Nolan. Over to Joe Overall, and now Brophy slowing things down with the Wolf. And now work it to the far side. 1-0 Chaparral, scoring on a Tommy Driver goal at the 9:21 mark here in the first. Now the dangerous Gelfie, the junior, looking. He's going to pull up with a big left and stopped by the freshman, Larson. Boy, a great job that time by Larson. And now Chaparral, Tanner Wagner, great feed up to Larson, and Larson really paid the price. Crowd responds, no flag on the play, and Brophy will take the possession. We play 4 12-minute quarters here in high school youth lacrosse. Gelfie, a nice feed from midfield, attacks from the right side, pulls the trigger, and Larson with a great save. He had to get a little help to corral it by one of the veterans, Ryan Colby. And he'll quickly rifle one up to midfield. Warren Black, midfielder extraordinaire. He's got it. 46 ground balls and 13 points this year for Warren Black. We're in the first quarter. Chaparral with a 1-0 lead. A little surprising how much this offense really slowing things down, as Finn Wells, an outstanding midfielder, is in there. He is a dangerous player on offense. He'll be picked up by Spencer Harper as he goes around X, finds a man out front, he shoots, and he scores. Wells finding his intended receiver in Tommy Driver, and Driver puts it in the back of the net, and Chaparral leads it 2-0. Face-off win, and Chaparral has it. Chaparral with a 2-0 lead. They pull the trigger and find the promised land. Kelsey Behar scoring the third unanswered point, and Chaparral, one of the keys to the game, no question about it. They had to get off to a better start, a much better start than what they had last week against Mesa, and that is exactly what they have done here. They've got a couple of face-off victories here, and a great job by Addison Earl. And Chaparral leads it 3-0. One of the keys we talked about before the game was that Chaparral had to come out and get off to a much better start than what they did a week ago when they were in the semifinals against Mesa. They could not afford to get down early against a team like Brophy. So they get another face-off win. And here's a steal behind the crease, and great defense by Brophy's junior defenseman, and Zach comes up with a steal, and Brophy quickly up to midfield to Brock Gelfie. A good pass there by Manos, one of the top goaltenders in the state. Brophy now trailing 3-0. First quarter action as we approach the 4-minute mark. Cummings, number 24, will work out of X. Picked up defensively by Colby. Colby, good defense around the crease. We got a stop in play. And this is going to turn things back over to the Firebirds, who lead it 3-0 here under the 4-minute mark here in the first. So a great start for P.J. Rovinelli's team. Here's a misplayed ball and a steal by Nolan Ripple. Ripple has made a couple of fine plays here in the early stages of this Division I state championship game. You're watching APN Sports. I'm Jeff Lowry from Scottsdale's Firebird Stadium on the campus of Chaparral High School. Chaparral with a couple of goals from Driver and Behar at the 4:53 mark, lead at 3-0. Now Brophy trying to break the ice and get on the board for the first time. Great defense collectively there by the Chaparral Firebirds. Warren Black and 24 Zach Hoover making the stop on Andrew Fennessy, one of the top scorers in the state. Here's a shot, and yes, count it. Joe Overall has put the Broncos on the board for the first time here tonight, and the lead is cut to 2, and now the officials are going to check to see if his stick is illegal. So that'll cut the lead to 3-1. As Joe Overall, he should be all right with his stick as he heads back over to the Brophy bench. The Broncos have won 3 of the last 4 state championships, making their 6th consecutive state championship appearance. Joe Overall puts his team right back into the ballgame with a first quarter score at the 3:15 mark. Now a ground ball, and will this be picked up by Chaparral's Ryan Colby? Yes, it will. And they'll send it back to their freshman goaltender to set things up. 3-1 Chaparral here in the first. Good defense by Brophy, stopping the momentum. Ball comes loose. That's Brock Gelfie, one of the top midfielders in the state of Arizona. They've done a good job of containing him and not giving him open space. The freshman comes up with a big save here. So Larson, and a great outlet too. Addison Earl, he can clear it with the best of them. His team leads 3-1. Final minutes of the first quarter. It's the Division I State Championship of Arizona High School here on APN Sports. Leonard on that far side getting the defensive call, forces the loose ball, and Robbie Leonard doing a great job over there. Now Zach getting the job done, and another loose ball, and that was, well, it's going to go back to Brophy. So the Broncos could draw within 1 if they can score here, if they can take care of the ball. Spencer Smith finally corrals it and gets it to the junior Gelfie. Gelfie straight ahead. Now moves right. He shoots from the right and missed it a little bit to the left side, and Gelfie still trying to get on the board for the Broncos. He's had a couple of good looks, but good defense by this Chaparral interior have stopped the perennial all-star who was so sensational in his sophomore year in that great championship game a season ago. Gelfie almost had the ground ball there. Will Duvall, one of the top players on this Brophy Bronco team. And then eventually Ben Cummings, the sophomore, a razzle-dazzle move. He wants to shoot. He takes it all the way. He's going to be denied on a tremendous play by the goalkeeper, Alex Larson. Larson having a tremendous first quarter here for the Chaparral Firebirds. We got to stop and play, and I think we got a timeout, our first of the game. Chaparral will take the timeout here, leading it 3-1 with 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. A capacity crowd. I think when you consider the fact this may very well be the largest crowd in Arizona Youth Lacrosse League Championship history. They are sold out on this near side. Great defense, Alec Jones, and he'll clear it to the near side. And Zach wants to bring it up. Zemer up to Hushik, Charlie Hushik. Not afraid to make a clear. He's not afraid to shoot. He has 3 goals this year, and he lost it. Got in there in the land of the Giants. It's going to be picked up by Finn Wells, who's having a great season for Chaparral, and he decides he's going to clear it. Ripple on the defensive assignment. Good pass. Fine defense by the Broncos. Chaparral setting it up. Mitchell Drake, long stick midfielder. And now Chaparral will try to attack this Brophy defense out of X. Tommy Driver with the ball. He has 2 goals in tonight's contest. It's 63 points to pace the way for Chaparral. Weak side pass, and Wells is going to be denied that time by Ryan Monos. That is the end of the first quarter. With the score, Chaparral 3, Brophy 1. We'll be back with the second quarter of this Division I State Championship game in just a moment. Well, as we mentioned earlier, a capacity crowd here at Firebird Stadium on the campus of Chaparral High School. The Broncos come out trailing 3-1 in defense of their state championship. Chaparral looking for their 7th state championship, and of course the 6th that they own right now as Brophy wins the face-off. A good job by Spencer Harper, the senior, who has 53 ground balls this year. Quickly get it over to Gelfie. But the 6th that Chaparral own is the most in Arizona Youth Lacrosse League history. Tremendous defense. Zach Hoover is number 24 for the Firebirds as Gelfie corrals the ground ball nonetheless. Brophy trailing 3-1 here, early stages of the second quarter. Chaparral looking for their 7th state championship. Fennessy, and knocked down by the goaltender, Alex Garson. Larson with another tremendous play, and he has had a phenomenal first quarter plus. And that one may have been the most difficult save because that was truly at point-blank range against one of the top scorers in the state, in Andrew Fennessy. So Chaparral, good stick, good ball movement, I should say. And then they eventually lose it at midfield. And a great job by Robbie Leonard. Timeout, Bo Pick. Timeout, Brophy, as they save the possession. And they call timeout before he was pushed out of bounds. That's Robbie Leonard. 10:52 left to go here. Second quarter action. A 3-1 lead for the Chaparral Firebirds, who won their first AYLL state championship all the way back in 1999. They were a three-peat back in 2004 through 2006. Shot denied. Larson, another outstanding save. Gelfie corrals the loose ball. Harper attacking, shooting and scoring from the right side. Spencer Harper draws blood. And now it's 3-2 with 10:18 left to go here in the second. So the lead cut to 1. And Brophy trying to win this face-off. The battle continues, and it is Chaparral who comes out on top. Erickson, he's been kind of quiet here in the first. Had a great game, had like 5 goals in that victory over Brophy during the regular season last year. Face-off wins, Chaparral 4, Brophy 3. And now Chaparral on the restart. They lead it 3-2. We are in the second quarter. Alex Schultz, number 11, out there now for the Firebirds. Chaparral spreading their offense. Tommy Driver with it. Good body check by Jones. Losing the ball, and now picking it up is Brophy and Mac Regan, Jr., but then a steal, and then Hushik probably saved a goal right there with a heads-up play on defense. And the quick outlet as he connects 20 yards upfield. Jones eludes 2 defenders and gets it into the offensive half for the Brophy Broncos, looking to equalize as they trail 3-2 here in the second quarter, early stages of the second quarter. And now you're seeing objects flying in front of our camera atop of Chaparral Firebird Stadium, and they're going to have to stop this game. There is objects being flying around all over the place. Here's Brophy attacking, shooting, and did they get it? No, they did not. Joe DeWolf was standing out in front of the crease. He was unattended. Brophy on the restart here, and now the stop and play as the Arizona Youth Lacrosse League officials are going to have to, and of course, Jewel Dion playing policeman here as he's looking for the culprits with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here. So we've got excitement. We got fireworks in the background. It's a thrill a minute here at Firebird Stadium, and they continue to break the rules here. So the action continues here as Brophy has it in the offensive end. Fennessy out of X. Fennessy, a nice sharp pass to Gelfie, but they'll set it back up as they run the wheel. Overall, who's already shot and scored here today, is going to be denied that time by Alex Larson. And now Chaparral quickly into the offensive half. It's good to have players like Warren Black at midfield for Chaparral. Wells had an assist earlier tonight as the Firebirds lead it 3-2, here in the second quarter. Chaparral coming in with a 15-1 record under their first-year head coach, P.J. Rovinelli, and what a job he's done. Wells will be picked up defensively by Zemer. He goes around the corner and couldn't pull the trigger on the shot, and Brophy comes out of the fray. Alex Jones got in there, but the penalty is going against the Brophy Broncos in the restart, and the possession belongs to the Firebirds. We're getting ready to say P.J. Rovinelli in his first year as head coach of the Firebirds. Chaparral is, you consider just how great this program really is. They have had 5 coaches over the last 5 seasons, and yet they are in this championship game virtually every year. Last year was the first time since 2001 that Chaparral was not in there. Ryan Manos with a great save on a wild shot by Ryan Erickson. But it's going to be Chaparral's ball here with 6:46 left to play in the first half. 3-2 Firebirds. Zach Zemer is over there, the sophomore defenseman for Brophy. Manos, well, that shot taken by Larson. He may have held it in the face just a little too long. Still man up is the Firebirds, and here's a big-time shot from that far side. And again, Manos, who's having a very good first half, along with the freshman Alexander. As this ball is going to be thrown away here, Alexander Larson. Timeout on the field. Chaparral takes the timeout, leading 3-2. We are in the second quarter of this Division I state finals. All right, we're back here from Firebird Stadium. 3-2 Chaparral on the restart. They have the possession. They take the shot from straight ahead, and that one is left a little wide left. Chaparral retains the possession. Wells, quick pass. Good defense by Hunter Churchill. And now Brophy's going to get the ball back as Chaparral throws this one away along the near side. We're just under the halfway point of the second quarter. Getting a close-up look at senior defenseman Alec Jones. 5 minutes and 41 seconds left to go here in the first half. Gelfie gets the long pass, and now we'll clear it and try to get it in the box, into the offensive end here. 20 seconds to get that ball in, and now Gelfie wants to attack left side. He spins, he looks, spins again, and takes the shot, and he leaves it a little wide. Still has not scored here tonight. And there is a flag down on the field, and this is going against Chaparral. So Dye, committing the infraction, puts Brophy in the man advantage. Joe DeWolf working around the horn. Harper gets the support pass back. Gelfie, Harper, DeWolf, Fennessy back to DeWolf. Chaparral has had a stingy defense all season long. They got great speed and a great look there. Fennessy had a beautiful left-handed looking shot but couldn't get it to go. Still 3-2 Chaparral. First half action. We're in the second quarter. There's Brophy led by Bo Pick, their head coach, third year for him. Broncos trying to win their 4th title in school history. It'd be the 4th championship in the last 5 years. Great look out front, and you're not going to stop that. Landon Gagner, the sophomore, found open space in front of the crease, and the big right and the assist from Fennessy with 4:26 left to go here in the second. That was a nice-looking pass, but now Chaparral comes right back and scores, and it's Tommy Driver finding the back of the net, and Driver with the hat trick. And just as soon as Brophy ties things up, Driver strikes on the other end with 4:19 left to go, and it's a 4-3 lead for the Chaparral Firebirds. Battling at midfield for that face-off, we're going to get a stop and play. And this one's going to belong to Chaparral. Good job. Brophy's going to get the ball as this one was thrown away. Checking back in for the Broncos is Will Duvall. Very talented player. Taylor Bartlett. 66 is back in. Addison Earl. Sophomore Tucker Wells has had a fine season this year. Brophy turns things over. Ryan Erickson on the restart. Erickson, at least from a scoring standpoint, has been quiet so far today. And if you're Brophy, you want to keep that that part of Chaparral's arsenal at check, or in check. Chaparral trying to add on to a 1-point lead. Tommy Driver with the ball, number 37. He has scored 3 of their 4 points here tonight. This one broken up. Good defense by Jones. Loose ball far side. And Behar, who's also scored. And it's Driver who comes out of the fray with the ball. He'll work it out of X. His team leads 4-3. Final minutes of this first half D1 championship game. Chaparral with a 4-3 lead over the defending champion, the Brophy Broncos, who come in here with a 16-0 record. And, of course, Brophy's already set the state record for wins in a season. Here's the shot. Left it wide, Warren Black. And out of bounds to the far side. Brophy will have it. P.J. Rovinelli over there. He's very demonstrative. I was talking to Dave Henning a few weeks ago, and Dave feels that P.J. is, he really believes that P.J. is one of the best coaches. Of course, he came over from Grand Canyon University. Brophy's going to get the ball here. Final moments of the first half, but did a great job over at Grand Canyon University. He's a native of Massachusetts, and he really believes that P.J. is truly one of the elite coaches here in the state of Arizona, and just his first year with the Firebirds. And his team leads at 4-3 here, second quarter action. This is Spencer Smith. Brophy trying to equalize. The shot no good. Standing back there was Ben Cummings, so Brophy will retain the possession. And back in is Earl for the Chaparral Firebirds. Cummings. Boy, look at Hoover. Hoover's had a great first half defensively. And so is this Chaparral defense collectively. And the Firebirds come out of it with the possession. Boy, great job. Great job, Ryan Colby. Colby's had a big season this year. He's been one of the true leaders on that defense. Nice clear by Luke Dye. He's among the club leaders in ground balls this year. And now Chaparral can set it up. Driver out of X. Oh, a great look. And at point-blank range, Mitchell Drake, the long stick mid, he normally would connect on that. Manos, one of the best in the denial there for the Brophy Broncos on defense. And the score still remains Chaparral 4 and Brophy 3. This one is going against Nolan Ripple. So now Chaparral with a chance to add on to a 1-point lead. Wells has it right of the crease. And Larson throwing it to that far side. And Warren Black, I think, tried to shoot or pass the ball before the ball got there. He took his eye off of it, and it's going to cost Chaparral the possession in the man up. So now Brophy could try to play for the last shot here in the first half, though they still got about 40 seconds left, and they throw it away. That might have been one of those situations, if you're Bo Pick, you would like to see maybe your team walk the ball up the field, because it didn't look like Chaparral was showing a lot of urgency on the defensive side. And now Chaparral with a chance maybe to add on to that 1-point lead at 4-3. Second quarter action, we're under 30 seconds. Warren Black, the midfielder. Black out of X. Great defense in front of the crease, Alec Jones, as Driver was open for a moment. That was a great job by Jones. He may have saved the point there. 4-3 Chaparral. Inside of 10 seconds left to go.
Can they get the shot off far side? They will not. Excellent defense. Zemer was over there, number 27. 18, Alec Jones, who had a great first half defensively. And we head to the locker room in a classic showdown. It's Chaparral and Brophy. A 4-3 Firebirds lead in the second half is coming up in just a moment. Welcome back to Firebird Stadium. A 4-3 lead for the Firebirds. They scored 3 unanswered goals to start the contest. Even though Brophy came back and tied it on a Gagner shot with 4:26 left to go in the first half, tied it at 3 apiece. But Tommy Driver, certainly the offensive hero in that first half. And Zach Hoover defensively for Chaparral, though Brophy had their standouts. Both goalies have done a great job, and we start the second half. Here is the play and the shot and the goal. Addison Earl comes right out. He got tripped in front of the crease and still had the wherewithal to make the goal. Coming with 11 minutes and 52 seconds, 8 seconds into the second half, and Addison Earl, one of the plays of the year, and he will come up with the face-off, and Chaparral has done truly a sensational job in that department here. They are dominating at 7-3 in face-off wins, and Earl wanted to come right back and score again as Chaparral retrieves the loose ground ball. So a big first half for Tommy Driver. Here is an around-the-world shot. Couldn't get it to go. That was Erickson. Battles for the loose ball. And it will be the Brophy Broncos. Quickly up to Brock Gelfie. Gelfie was held scoreless. That is a rarity for this young man, who, as we said, one of the best. And it was Zach Hoover who got the assignment and did truly a sensational job on, I think, one of the top 3 or 5 players in the state of Arizona. So Zach Gelfie now picked up defensively by Steven Larson, the midfielder. Gelfie trying to create out of X, and now being double-teamed by Tanner Wagoner. Out front, Duvall, and what a great save, Alexander Larson again. Larson was huge, 9 of 12 shots on goal, 9 saves in that first half. And a good clear by Mitchell Drake, the long stick midfielder. Erickson and Manos corrals it in the crease. 5-3 Chaparral. Couple of minutes into the second half of this one. Boy, just harassing defense that time by Driver. Chaparral. And Black got a big ground ball. Now Driver. Work it over to Dye. And now out of X, here's Chaparral. Firebirds hoping to add on to a 5-3 lead. They've led 3-0. The game was tied late in that second half at 3-3. Driver with a goal at the 4:19 mark to push it to 4-3. And then to start the second half here, Addison Earl with a phenomenal goal as he was tripped. And as he was falling to the ground, came up and was able to blast one through Brophy's Ryan Manos. Good defense by Brophy. Ground ball picked up by Tucker Wells. You got Wells, we got to stop and play. This one's coming back to Chaparral. Might have been a hold there on the Brophy Broncos, so Chaparral will restart it. Brophy's Tucker Wells and Finn Wells, brothers, on opposite side on this great Arizona Youth Lacrosse League rival. Right of the crease. Is that Tommy Driver again? It is. That is number 4 here tonight. And with 9 minutes left to go here in the third, Tommy Driver has scored his 4th, extending the lead to 3, matching the largest lead of the contest at 6-3. An illegal motion against the Broncos, and that turns it over. I'll tell you, face-off wins has been a big part of the success here tonight for the Chaparral Firebirds. Brophy may get this one back. No, they're going to go ahead and give that to Chaparral. Thought maybe, I didn't think that was really a shot on goal. So Brophy and Chaparral. Chaparral in the red uniform, black pants. Good move. Driver looking. And Manos intercepts it. And Regan will try to clear for Broncos. Broncos trail by 3 for the second time here tonight. Regan thought maybe he was going to go coast to coast. Gets it to X. Wide open was Tucker Wells, the sophomore midfielder. He had a good look at it and left it high and wide to the right. Brophy will retain the possession. Here's Gelfie. See if Gelfie can get the Brophy Bronco offense going here. They didn't score until the 3:15 mark in the first, and then reeled off 3 goals in about 11 minutes, but they have been held scoreless since that 4:26 mark back in the second. Now Gelfie, straight ahead, looking to drive. He shoots, he does not score. And again, they're doing a good job of pushing him away from that crease area. And I'll tell you, Chaparral's defense has been pretty stellar here tonight. Here's another Broncos shot, and that one wasn't even close. Broncos retain the possession. Fennessy out of X, and this time he will find the back of the net, and the Brophy Broncos are on the board. Fennessy's second point. He had an assist earlier to Gagner. And here with 7:17 left to go in the third period, the lead is cut to 6-4. And another Chaparral face-off win. It's 9-3 in favor of the Chaparral Firebirds. Mitchell Drake. Boy, the way that Chaparral played, and obviously we got a long ways to go in this one, where Chaparral has been in pretty much control of this game from the get-go, scoring 3 unanswered goals in that first quarter to take a 3-0 lead. Brophy would come back tied at 3, but then Chaparral starts the second half with 2 unanswered goals to go up 6-3. Fennessy scoring a moment ago for the Broncos to make it 6-4. As Erickson pulls the trigger, and Manos with another outstanding save. Having a pretty solid night here, Ryan Manos. And we lost track of the ball. Apologize for that as Gelfie makes sure he gets it into the box. And Gelfie takes a shot. He scores. Brock Gelfie is in there, and it is now a 1-point game. Makes it a 6-5 lead. So Broncos come right back, and they get the face-off win. Far side, Spencer Smith. But you talk about the way Chaparral lost to Brophy over at Brophy Loyola Stadium back on the 18th of March, and you would say, boy, I'll tell you, in the way the Broncos have been playing of late, both teams have gotten a lot better, I think, since that March 18th. And the Broncos have played more games, I think, than anybody in Arizona Youth Lacrosse League history this year. Well over the 20 mark when you talk about all the out-of-state teams that they have played this year, and also going up to San Francisco. But the way and the outcome of that first game between these two teams, you would have thought, boy, Brophy had a huge advantage. They would be a tremendous, the Firebirds would be a tremendous underdog in this game. But Chaparral came out. One of the keys definitely having a strong opening quarter, a strong opening start to the first quarter, and a good start here in the second half, and that is exactly what P.J. Rovinelli's team has done. Here's a steal, and this is Zemer. Zemer's done a fine job. The quick outlet, Will Duvall, outstanding midfielder. Check that, Nolan Ripple. Ripple will give this ball up, get it into the hands of some of the top scorers. Fennessy finding Joe DeWolf, and this game is tied at 6. Boy, DeWolf came out of nowhere and completes the play. He finished well. Timeout, Chaparral. We're in a 6-6 tie here in the third. 4 minutes, 36 seconds left to go. So 3 unanswered goals by the Brophy Broncos, and we are tied. We got a fresh start here at Chaparral's Firebird Stadium. Chaparral continues to dominate at faceoff. And it's because of Addison Earl, one of the stars here today. And I think they're going to call it, is this a slash on Hushik? No, it wasn't. They had just got him for a holding penalty there. So Chaparral has had 2 leads of 3 points in this contest, and Brophy has answered the bell both times. They tied it back in the second quarter at 3 apiece, and now here in the third, after falling down 6-3, have had 3 straight goals. Finnessy, Gelfie, and DeWolf. And this is another save by Ryan Manos, who's had a big night here today. 6-6 tie, Chaparral and Brophy, the Division I state championship here on APN Sports. Larson, underclassman for the Firebirds. He'll be here for a couple of more seasons. Warren Black, one of the senior, the captain of the team. One of the 4 captain, Finn Wells over there on the far side. Wells. You can see that Chaparral in no urgency here to force it on offense. Working the ball, good stick play. Takes the shot. He got it. He got it. A weird angle for Ryan Erickson, but he gets it to go, and Ryan is on the board. And it is now 7-6 with 2:56 left to go here in the third. So Ryan Erickson scores for the first time. The face-off, Colby continues the battle, and this is going to be Brophy's Bronco possession. Here's Gelfie on the restart. Unofficially, Chaparral has won 10 of the first 15 face-offs. And now Alec Jones. You watch these teams practice that play in pregame, and you understand why they do. Broncos trying to equalize, and they couldn't do it. Joe Overall took that last shot. Duvall. Brophy with plenty of time. Showing a lot of good patience on their offensive side, but this time it doesn't pay off. Chaparral, grand defense. Mitchell Drake, and a little no-look pass to his goaltender. Hoover throws it away, picked up on defense by Mac Regan. Quickly upfield, Joe DeWolf, and we got to stop and play. Okay, it's coming back. Offsides against the Broncos. Let's see if this comes back to haunt the Broncos. Chaparral leads the Broncos 7-6. We're in the third quarter. Division I state championship game. I think Brophy was looking good. Had a good swagger on that last possession. Thought maybe they were going to score, but then the offsides call, and then Ryan Manos can't stop a driving Stephen Larson. And the sophomore midfielder has found the back of the net. 2 unanswered goals draws it to an 8-6 lead here for the Chaparral Firebirds after Brophy tied the game up at 6 points apiece. Hushik will battle for the faceoff, and Chaparral wins another one. Mitchell Drake. And I'll tell you, Drake is one of these players that does all the intangibles. And we're going to get a timeout here. Chaparral, or is this a Chaparral timeout? No. So Brophy gets it on the restart, now trailing by 2. This is the third time tonight that they have fallen behind by at least 2 points. So this is a big possession, a big time in the game here. Like Gagner was in a great position there. Gagner's got to give himself a little space. Got in a little too close, and Brophy throws it away. Chaparral, a great job. I think that was Larson coming up and throwing to his teammate, Steven Larson there. Larson, who just scored to give Chaparral a 2-point lead. How big is that goal for the Firebirds? 8-6 is our score. Third quarter action. Driver, who's already scored 4 times here tonight. Outstanding Brophy defense. Hunter Churchill broke up that potential score by Tommy Driver. And the Firebirds and the Broncos really going at it here. The scrum at midfield. And it will be Chaparral ball. They have the possession, under a minute to go. Wells pulls the trigger at the buzzer, and that's going to do it. We're heading to the fourth. 8-6 Firebirds. We'll be back on APN Sports in just a moment. It's been a good one here from Chaparral's Firebird Stadium, but Chaparral has never trailed in this contest, and they currently lead it by a score of 8-6, trying to win their 7th state championship in school history, and they once again come up with a face-off win. Jeff Lowry here from Scottsdale, Arizona. You're watching the Division I state championship game of the Arizona Youth Lacrosse League. Chaparral's got 4 goals from Tommy Driver here tonight, while the Brophy Broncos have had balanced scoring. All in all, it has been a well-played game by both goaltenders. Ryan Manos and the freshman has really stepped up here tonight in Alex Larson. Chaparral trying to score for the first time in this fourth quarter. Carter Sloan, very talented player. Chaparral did not make the state championship game a year ago. They were knocked off by Chandler in the semifinals. Last time they were here, they won it. And look at Tommy Driver going bottom shelf with 10:59 left to go, and that is his 5th goal of the game. Concern over there on the Brophy bench, led by Bo Pick. And now it is a 3-point lead. This is the 3rd time in this game as Husha comes up with a big ground ball. Needs some help here. Got it broken away by Drake. Drake's had a fine game here, especially on the defensive side and clearing it. And Hoover had a great first half defensively for Chaparral. Gagner, ground ball, and Brophy has it. Gelfie, he scored 1 and stopped by Larson. Close in range, boy, and a great outlet to Addison Earl. How big has Addison Earl been here tonight? He wants to shoot. He lost it just before he pulled the trigger, and Ryan Manos comes up with the ball. 9-6 Chaparral, fourth quarter action. Now the Broncos have answered the bell in each of the first 2 times that they have fallen down 3-0 or by 3 points. Can they do it here? They do. Andrew Fennessy, big-time player. He has had 2 assists. He scores his 2nd goal to cut it to 2 at 9-7. It seems like every time Chaparral gets up by 3, the Broncos come right back. Ground ball picked up, another Chaparral win, 13-6 unofficially in face-off wins. They get it into the offensive side. Carter Sloan, 29. And now 49 has it, Luke Dye. They shorten the game. Chaparral does. As they spread that offense, the long passes and spreading it out on this wheel play. They're running the wheel, I should say, as the Firebirds lead it 9-7. We're in the fourth quarter, Division I state championship game. Gelfie gets the call here defensively. They lose it, but Chaparral able to retain possession. Wide open. Big right. Couldn't get it to go. It was Larson. Well, he had a great look. He put a quick move on Joe Overall. Chaparral gets it back on the restart. Gelfi. Good body check there on Behar, who scored earlier, and he forces the turnover, and he races up across midfield. Now over to DeWolf. Back to Gelfi. Gelfi shoots and scores. A spectacular move. A two-man game as Joe DeWolf, but it was all started by Gelfi. He created the steal on defense. He raced ahead. He got that great speed of going. He got into open space. Got the support pass from Joe DeWolf, who will be credited with an assist. And we're going to get, that might be a little unnecessary roughness there. I don't know. Probably just a pushing call against Chaparral. So now the Broncos with a chance to equalize, and a third time here tonight they have a chance to erase a Chaparral three-point lead. Can the Broncos come up with a big goal here? This is a huge possession for Bo Pick's team. It has been a battle all night long for the Broncos. They got so far more than they can handle. They've been trailing most of the game, though they have tied it twice at 3 apiece and at 6 apiece. And right now trail 9-8 thanks to a Gelfi goal. Will Duvall, outstanding player, drawing the double team, meaning that somebody's got to be open. Loose ball. Good job by Spencer Smith, picking that ball up and saving the possession for the Broncos. Now around the horn. Fennessy, who has 4 points here tonight, 2 goals, 2 assists. He throws it away. Couldn't quite hook up with Spencer Smith. And Fennessy turning the ball over that time, and that's something we have not seen a whole lot out of this outstanding senior attackman. Well, while we were cut away to the bench there, Chaparral turns things back over. So a big break there for the Broncos. Regan clears it and does a great job. Get it over to Joe Overall. Now Gelfi. Gelfi with that speed. Looks to attack the right side. It's Drake over there, the long stick midfielder. He puts the moves on. Can't find an open man. Now trying to go through X. Tucker Wells out front. Joe Overall. He scored already tonight, and it was broken up on some fine defense there by Mitchell McKelvey. Crowd wants blood here. They've been a rowdy group here tonight. And Chaparral comes out of the fray with the ball. How about that? That was a great exchange by these two great teams, the Brophy Broncos and the Chaparral Firebirds, battling for the 5th time in state finals history. Timeout on the field here as Chaparral and Brophy in a 1-point affair. 6 minutes and counting. Tommy Driver, his team, the Firebirds in the red tops, black shorts, lead the defending champions of the Arizona Youth Lacrosse League 9-8. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in regulation. 4th quarter action. Chaparral got out to a 3-0 start, only to see Brophy tie it at 3-3. A late goal by Driver in the 2nd quarter, actually at the 4:19 mark, made it 4-3. That was our halftime score. Chaparral came right out, scored 2 unanswered goals to make it 6-3. Brophy came right back, tied it at 6-6. But then Chaparral got goals from Larson and Driver, made it 9-6. 2 unanswered goals by Brophy made it 9-8. Fennessy and Gelfi. Gelfi with 2 goals here tonight. Fennessy 2 goals for Brophy and 2 assists. 9-8 lead Chaparral. Mitchell, or check that. That's Erickson. Erickson finds a man out front, and they score. Finn Wells. A tremendous pass by Ryan Erickson. It's 10-8. 4:47 left to go. Erickson has come up with a couple of huge plays here today. So a big goal by Blake. And now Brophy with a chance here. Good defense. Regan couldn't get it to go. Well, I'll tell you, you start talking about most valuable player, and you got to start looking at maybe this freshman goalkeeper, Alex Larson. He has had a huge game. Tommy Driver, Gelfie. Did he get it? He did. Gelfie has the hat trick for the second year in a row in finals play. Brock Gelfie has scored at least 3 goals, and it's 10-9. Gelfie has accounted for the last 2 goals for the Brophy Broncos. And now Chaparral. Well, I'll tell you what, this is turning out to be one of the great championship games we have filmed here on APN Sports. And we've been filming the AYLL double, well, at least the Division I and Division II since 2003, and this has truly been one of the best games we've seen. And the ending is still up in the air, as Wells doing a good job of ball management there, to use a football term. And you can see Chaparral. When they have the ball on offense, I mean, they love to protect that ball. They are very patient. And I don't think, with a 1-point lead, I don't think they mind. His Driver tries to hook up with Sloan. Thought there was a scoring opportunity there. It did not develop. Sloan picks up the loose ground ball and saves the possession. And Chaparral doing a great job running out this clock, but yet they're continuing to make the moves, the dodges towards the basket. As Wells now has it, he'll be picked up there by Ripple and X. They have killed better than a minute and a half here. Good defense there, and is this going to be Brophy Bronco possession? Yes, it is. So the Broncos have it, and then they promptly throw the ball away. You see one team taking care of the ball for the most part, and then you see Brophy making a mental mistake there and throwing it away. Now they get kind of a reprieve here, and they throw it away for the second time. This is critical. Wow. So Chaparral gets it right back, and you know they are in no hurry to push the ball towards the crease. They'll come down, they'll try to get it into the box. And now, with a 1-point lead, Chaparral can play a little bit of keep away. Crowd wanted a flag there called on, looked like maybe Zach Zemer. Junior defenseman. Very active defensively in this game, especially in that first half. 10-9 Chaparral. Final minutes of this game. Erickson, he has scored a couple of times. And that's exactly what Chaparral's doing, just playing a little keep away. They don't want to force the issue. They want to keep possession as long as they can, and they throw it away. So it backfired a little bit. And with 53.6, Brophy, that's an eternity for the Broncos. They're going to try to equalize. Regan, a sensational clear for the Broncos. Loose ball. Hold on, we got a whistle and a timeout. So Bo Pick, anticipating something there, calls timeout before the potential turnover. And now they can set up for a play here. All right, so the Firebirds come back onto the field. So too do the Brophy Broncos. 43.2 seconds left to go in regulation. And the Broncos will be in possession as we restart it, trailing 10-9. And they're going to go to their junior midfielder, Brock Gelfie. Down inside of 40 seconds. Down inside of 35. Gelfie starts to move, looking for an outlet here. And good defense on the near side. Well, that's a great matchup there. Ryan Colby and Brock Gelfie, two of the best in the state of Arizona. Gelfie down to 20 seconds and killing a lot of time here. The crossfield pass, and the ball is off the face of Spencer Harper. It's picked up by Chaparral's Mitchell Drake. He clears it all the way down, and Chaparral is going to win this game. And there's the horn. The Chaparral Firebirds are the 2011 state champions. Let the celebration begin as the Firebirds with a record 7 state championships in school history. Final score here tonight from the ballpark, the Firebirds 10, the Brophy Broncos 9. And we'll be back in just a moment from Firebird Stadium. Welcome back to Chaparral's Firebird Stadium. The Firebirds coming in here, the underdogs, as Brophy comes in a little dejected now after losing 10-9 in this Division I state championship. The Firebirds finished the 2011 season with a 16-1 record. So does the Brophy Broncos, both setting league records for wins in a season. And for the Firebirds, a record-setting 7th championship in school history, the most in Arizona Youth Lacrosse League history. Of course, the Broncos second on that list with their 3 championships, 2007, 2008, and 2010. And these two teams now have faced each other in the state finals a total of 5 times. Chaparral now owns the advantage 3-2. The most valuable player here tonight, and rightly so, 5 goals, a tremendous night. And when you talk about the importance of this Chaparral team getting off to a great start, it was paramount that they did that here tonight. They could not afford to get down like they did in the semifinals against Mesa, against this great Brophy team. And a large part of their success here tonight came because of the play of Tommy Driver, the senior attackman. He had 5 goals here. He is the 2011 Arizona Youth Lacrosse League Division I Championship Game Most Valuable Player. The Chaparral Firebirds, who have won titles in 99, 2000, 2004 through 2006, 2009, and again here in 2011. And certainly our hats go off to P.J. Rovinelli, the head coach of the Chaparral Firebirds. Bo Pick, a great season for Brophy. Somebody had to win this one as the Firebirds come up with a 10-9 victory here as they celebrate, as the AYLL staff gives Coach Rovinelli and the team their championship trophy. This has been a presentation of APN Sports. I'm Jeff Lowry. Thanks for being with us. Until next time, so long, everybody. For outstanding lacrosse video coverage in Arizona, call APN Video today at 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apnvideo.com. And for the 5th time in the last 6 years, the 2 most successful organizations of the Arizona Youth Lacrosse League meet in the Division I state championship. It's the Chaparral Firebirds and the Brophy Broncos. Attacking left side, Tommy Driver, one of the top players in the state. Manos again with a great save. And then Driver gets hit from behind by the Brophy goalkeeper. Attacking out front and denied by Manos. The rebound, the putback, and that's Tommy Driver. And Chaparral draws first blood. Driver with the left and denied by Manos. An outstanding save. 1-0 Chaparral leads it. 8 minutes left to go here in the first. Attacking is the sophomore Cummings, and he had that ball broken up. Fine defense. Tanner Wagoner, number 10, looking. He's going to pull up with a big left and stop by the freshman, Larson. Boy, a great job that time by Larson. He picked up by Spencer Harper as he goes around X, finds a man out front, he shoots, and he scores. Wells finding
his intended receiver, Tommy Driver, and Driver puts it in the back of the net, and Chaparral leads it 2-0. Face-off win, and Chaparral has it. Chaparral with a 2-0 lead. They pull the trigger and find the promised land. Kelsey Behar. Stop on Andrew Fennessy, one of the top scorers in the state. Here's a shot, and yes, count it. Joe Overall. They've done a good job of containing him and not giving him open space. The freshman comes up with a big save here. So Larson, and a great outlet too. Addison Earl. Capacity crowd here at Firebird Stadium. Chaparral looking for their 7th state championship. Fennessy, and knocked down by the goaltender Alex Garson. Larson with another tremendous play, and he has had a phenomenal first quarter plus. Harper attacking, shooting and scoring from the right side. Spencer Harper draws blood. Great look out front, and you're not going to stop that. Landon Gagner, the sophomore, found open space in front of the crease, and a big right and the assist from Fennessy with 4:26 left to go here in the second. That was a nice looking pass, but now Chaparral comes right back and scores, and it's Tommy Driver finding the back of the net, and Driver with the hat trick. Chaparral, though Brophy had their standouts. Both goalies have done a great job, and we start the second half. Here is the play and the shot in the goal. Addison Earl comes right out. He got tripped in front of the crease and still had the wherewithal to make the goal. Right of the crease. Is that Tommy Driver again? It is. That is number 4 here tonight. Retain the possession. Fennessy out of X, and this time he will find the back of the net, and the Brophy Broncos are on the board. Fennessy's second point. He had an assist earlier to Gagner. And here with 7-7. Make sure he gets it into the box. And Gelfie takes the shot. He scores. Brock Gelfie. Get it into the hands of some of the top scorers. Fennessy finding Joe DeWolf, and this game is tied at 6. Boy, DeWolf came out of nowhere. Takes the shot. He got it. He got it. A weird angle for Ryan Erickson, but he gets it to go, and Ryan is on the board. Wagner on that last possession thought maybe they were going to score, but then the offsides call, and then Ryan Manos can't stop a driving Steven Larson. And the sophomore midfielder has found the back of the net. 8-6 is our score. Third quarter action. Driver, who's already scored 4 times here tonight. Outstanding Brophy defense. Hunter Churchill broke up that potential score. Last time they were here, they won it. And look at Tommy Driver going bottom shelf. Or by 3 points. Can they do it here? They do. Andrew Fennessy, big time player. Second goal to cut it to 2 at 9-7. Gelfie. Good body check there on Behar, who scored earlier, and he forces the turnover, and he races up across midfield. Now over to DeWolf, back to Gelfie. Gelfie shoots and scores, a spectacular move. Mitchell, or check that, that's Erickson. Erickson
finds a man out front, and they score. Finn Wells. A tremendous pass by Ryan Erickson. It's huge game. Tommy Driver. Gelfie. Did he get it? He did. Gelfie. And killing a lot of time here. The crossfield pass, and the ball is off the face of Spencer Harper. It's picked up by Chaparral's Mitchell Drake. He clears it all the way down, and Chaparral is going to win this game. And there's the horn. The Chaparral Firebirds are the 2011 state champions. Let the celebration begin as the Firebirds with a record 7 state championships in school history. Final score here tonight from the ballpark, the Firebirds 10, the Brophy Broncos 9.